Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a 2013 Ford, what is it, an Expedition? It's a big truck and it's got a nice bodyline dent right here. It's pretty low on this door. It does only have single pane glass, but either way, we just gained, this is a wholesale dent for a really good customer, and we just gained access underneath it. With a drill hole, and I think I'm just going to grab number one. I still haven't named my new tool. My ratcheting tool, but if I can find where I'm at here we go. Now I'm just going to use the white shadow, but you guys feel free to use those lines if you'd like. I'm just, starting right in pretty much the center. Real slow pushes. This is a larger bodyline dent that if I was doing retail, I might spend an hour on it, but wholesale, I think you guys are going to see this dent come out pretty darn quick in the next couple minutes. And so I will just take this time to say, I sure do appreciate everybody that clicks on the video. I really do. We're not using the microphone today, so I hope you can hear me. We're outside in the elements. Beautiful day, super hot. And it's probably about 85 already, and I just keep on going back and forth and typewriter in this thing out. I'm staying a lot to the middle, but what I want to do is change the board angle a little bit and move it back. Yeah, it's still there. It's a big dent. Not to say it's a easy dent by any means, but this excess, I'm basically 6 inches underneath it. I'm on the bottom side of the jam, and it's going to be painted and plugged with a little either 5/8 or ½ inch hole, whatever I drilled in there. And now I've got a real good angle on it, and I'm just going to come in and baby some of this body line out. Hopefully you guys can see what we're looking at here. Put my hat back. And now I'm along that front edge. I'm running that line. The pushes that I'm making right now, you probably won't be able to see because it looks just like a big flex, but that's because I'm pushing directly on that line. And I'm even gonna look underneath this line here. A little bit of a wave there, but yeah, I could come down and push underneath it like this and straighten out a little bit of that under edge wave, but it's obviously not as important as the big stuff, which is this one. And let's just come right back into it. I'm using the tip of my number one, of a blade tip, guys. So I would definitely not suggest trying to do a dent in this fashion in your first 5 to 10 years. I would say use something that had a squishy tip or a little softer of a push, but I know right where my pushes need to be made, and I just need to basically get this dent out because it's so hot. I want to get the dent out before I overheat or the phone overheats. And so I will say thanks for all the new subs. Anybody that is new to the channel, feel free to hit that sub button and the notifications bell, and you'll be notified every time we make new content. We try to make new content, well, as often as possible. I'd love to say daily, but sometimes it's tough to make them daily. Now we're at about 60-70%. Let me get this edge of this end out of it, this side towards me. Coming right in, making some real strong, severe pushes. You can hear my tool just kind of click around. When I release a tension, it'll just jump around, but as long as I'm not pushing, I'm not going to make any weird high lines. It's just the tool doing that, scraping across the inside of the metal there really carefully. Obviously I don't put a lot of pressure when I'm sliding around. I don't scrape my tool around to try to find out where I'm at. That's what training's for. That's why by the time you actually start working on cars, you don't want to do that. You just want to know where your tool is, make the push. And now This one's getting close, guys. I've still got a little bit to do up here towards me. And then I also do want to do a cross check on it where we see the other angle. And I can basically just tell that this dent is coming out real nice. A little bit more to it. It's a pretty in-depth dent. It's not, like I say, if I was doing this with a customer standing there watching me, I'd probably take an hour and a half, and I would, I don't know, just be taking a lot more time to get this last little bit out. But you guys can see it's already coming up pretty straight. Once I straighten up these last little lines right here, we'll be dialed in. And I do say on this one I have kind of a bad angle, like to push, my push is straight to the left of me with my right hand. There's no way I could really pull with my left hand, so I basically have to push with my right. And I'm using the Steck door jammer to keep the door open, to keep it stabilized. And now we're right in the bottom edge, right there. That was a hard push. And I think I'm just gonna clean up these last little bit of lines right on camera right now for you guys. And if you guys like what you see, hit that like button. We'd love to see some likes, some good comments. And once again, we really appreciate all the good comments. On that note, I gotta say, I'm not sitting here trying to say I'm the best dent guy in the world, because I certainly am not. I'm just doing what I can. This dent's certainly not going to come out 100%. It's a wholesale job. It's going to come out to about that 80% mark, but that's to us techs. To a normal person, they're not even going to be able to find this dent unless they really had a board like mine or a perfect little angle and they had their chin on the car kind of the way I do right now, and they're looking down into it. Pretty much the only way you're going to find this dent. Looks like we have a little high spot. I'll tap down, and I will tap down on camera. But like I say, I'm getting pretty warm here, guys, and about ready to take a... And I just we had a little camera battery thing, and so I just spent 5 minutes finishing this off. Take a look at it through the board. Those lines aren't perfectly straight. There's a little high spot right there. Maybe we can tap that one little high down. But at this point is when I'm gonna say, guys, I don't ever claim to be the best dent guy in the world. I'm not. And I just do this because this is my passion. Obviously, it's my job. It's what I do for a living. But putting it on YouTube is my passion. And I don't do it to try to teach anybody, more or less. I'm just doing it to try to show what I do, and you know, maybe get some good subscriber numbers up, and then we can start talking about other things in the future. But as far as now, that dent came out pretty darn good for a wholesale dent. You know, I think this is something that I do for a nice guy for about 50 bucks, and makes this car sellable. So if you guys liked what you saw, hit me up with the like button. And other than that, I'll just say the thing. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.